Tonight on Bike Gear, Angad falls off a bicycle. And who fails to get on a bike with any dignity?
So tonight, I'll be talking to you about the physics related to a bicycle.
I'll be talking about the components of the bicycle, how they work, and how to maintain them.
And I will be talking about the efficiency of the bike.
But first, it's on to Angad will introduce you.
What is a bicycle? A bicycle is a human-powered, pedal-driven, single-track vehicle having two wheels attached to its frame, one behind another. Who invented the bicycle? The bicycle was invented by Baron Karl von Drais. The bicycle he designed might not look like the one we have today, but it was very similar. The only thing the bicycle had missing was the pedals. The cyclists used their feet to move the bicycle around. The bicycle was made in 1840s. A few fun facts about cycling. Americans use their bicycles for less than 1% of all urban trips. European bike in cities a lot more often. In Italy, 5% of all trips are on bicycle, 30% in the Netherlands, and 7 out of 8 Dutch people over age 15 have a bike. There are over half a billion cycles in China. Bikes were first brought to China in the late 1800s. Also, women gained a great amount of independence with the innovation of bikes.
The object that you see is called a spring scale or spring balance, and you can use it to measure different kinds of forces, for example, weight. In our case, we used it to measure the amount of force required to turn the pedals of our bicycle enough so that the bicycle moved 1 meter on all 3 of its gear settings. Now we'll show you what we did. What I actually did was that I attached the hook of the spring scale to the pedal of the bike. Then I asked Hus and Ayush to help me. Hus steadied the bicycle so that it wouldn't fall over, and Ayush sat on the bike to add weight in order to make our test more realistic. Then I pulled the spring scale so that the pedal moved so that the bicycle moved 1 meter. This was all while Angad timed how long it took me to move the bicycle 1 meter. You can see our final results in the table.
Now, you might be wondering, how do bicycle components actually work? In this video, I will tell you how they work, and I will also tell you how to maintain them, so they work even better. But let's start with the pedals, chain, and gears, or in other words, the drivetrain. Luckily, the drivetrain of a bike is very simple. Your body, and your legs turn the pedals. These pedals turn the crankset. You have to convert the rotation of the crankset to the rotation of the rear wheel, or to the cassette, which is connected to the rear wheel. This job is done by the chain. The chain connects the crankset to the cassette, so when the crankset rotates, the cassette rotates, and since the cassette is connected to the rear wheel rotates, which makes you go forward. Even though the drivetrain of a bicycle is very simple and reliable, to keep your bicycle in top condition, it is very important to maintain your drivetrain. You should clean your chain frequently. This is because dirt and rocks can get stuck into your chain, which increases the friction between the chain, the crankset, and the cassette. This increase in friction reduces the efficiency of the bicycle and makes you work harder and use more energy to go the same distance. It also damages the teeth of your cassette, which may result in lots of expensive repairs.
And now we're going to talk about efficiency. We get our energy by eating food. We use this energy for daily activities such as sports, inhaling and exhaling. We also use this energy for riding our bike. Bicycles are 90% efficient. Here are a few ways of improving your pedaling efficiency. One way of improving your pedaling efficiency is by adjusting the height of your saddle, so you don't need to reach down all the way to push down the paddle. Here is another way of improving your pedaling efficiency. Moving your shoulders and chest from side to side does not make a difference. In fact, it just wastes more energy. Instead, sit upright in a comfortable position and keep your body still and relaxed. And finally, while riding uphill, it is always best to lower your gears so you don't need to put as much power on the pedals. There are plenty more ways of improving pedaling efficiency, and these are just a few of them.
So that's it for tonight, folks.
We hope you enjoyed it.
We hope you learned something new tonight.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you next time on Bike Gear.